Hey, it's your boy again, KQKC Boxing Channel, coming to you with a third video today. I'm grinding, yes sir. You know why? Because I feel that it's my responsibility. If I'm gonna have a new channel, it's my responsibility to do the research and get the word out to the subscribers or to whoever like boxing or love boxing or visit my page. So therefore I have to put it out there. When you hear it, when you see it, when you research it, let them know. Now, back to the video. Now, first, I need to talk about Dominic Breazeale. Okay? Heavyweight puncher, one loss to Anthony Joshua. But he's hating on Deontay Wilder. Actually, he's rooting for Anthony Joshua if they ever fight. Why? Because he believes he's the mandatory, which the WBC had actually made him the mandatory, which confuses me because Dylan White, which is on the left, is the silver WBC holder, which rank him number 1. Breazeale is number 2. Then he goes on and do interviews after interviews after interviews, especially after they got into it, I believe in the elevator or in the building, and especially when Deontay Wilder told Breazeale that he gonna ask his son to come up and look at his father. Now that was very disrespectful. Now Deontay Wilder, you my guy. I have you beating Joshua easily. But I keep telling everyone this is not a biased station or channel. So I have to say, Deontay Wilder, you're wrong. You leave family out of it. I understand you might want to sell the fight if it comes up, or if the WBC ordered the fight sooner. So, but you got to leave family out of it, because then it begins to be personal. And boxing do not supposed to be personal. But now Dominic Breazeale responded back. And of course he said something about his handicapped daughter. That's uncalled for. Then he go on and talk about Deontay Wilder's not right hand, but how wild or how unorthodox or how uncontrollable he is when he get his man hurt. So, first of all, to me, it sounds like Dominic Breazeale is jealous of the status of Deontay Wilder, which elevated from the time Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn bullshitted him and lied about the $50 million when it was right there in escrow, and they knew it was there, but then they changed minds. Well, I didn't ask to see it, but anyway, we all know the story. We all know he bullshitted. We all know he lied about Wimbledon. We know all that. So here we is. Here we are. So Dominic Breazeale is a mandatory to Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder not trying to fight Breazeale. Now, if he's ordered to fight him, he have to. which he probably will win. Because Breazeale, he doesn't show me anything. He doesn't. Now, who he had fought to be undefeated going in fighting Joshua? Psh, pretty much the same as Wilder. You know. Then he does interviews crushing Wilder every chance he get. I'm not going to be running around like a certain heavyweight that never boxed a day in his life, and amateur this and that, and not carry himself like a, you know. Everything is Deontay Wilder now with him. He is, number one, hurt. Number two, he's jealous. And number three, he's trying to egg on the WBC to order the fight, to make the fight happen. And number four, he's money hungry. Now, I understand you got a family, okay? And I do understand that families are off limit. Deontay Wilder was wronged. And in return, you was wrong also. Anytime, I mean anytime, a man sit there in the sport of boxing and say something about your child or your wife, you take that high road. Because, believe it or not, boxing fans are the best fans around. They're not going to say, man, you should go ahead and just knock his ass out, you know, like Tyson did Mitch Green. No, you take that high road. You get more respect that way. You make sure you let that person know, in this case, Deontay Wilder, that doesn't faze me. That doesn't throw me off my game. You don't go on and just try to shit on him every interview you do. The last one you did, you shitted on him and Tyson Fury. When they asked you directly what you think about the Wilder and Fury fight. It could be bigger than Joshua and Wilder. He was saying, well, it'd be a snooze fest. Basically. No, it wouldn't. It'd be a very exciting fight. And you know it. You're just hating on them. Then he goes on and say that, well, you got Tyson Fury. He's very unorthodox. Here he is, 6'9", and doing things a person 5'9" should be doing. And he looked very unorthodox doing it. Then you got Wilder, who's very unorthodox when he get his opponent hurt. Well, Dominic Breazeale, my mama always say, and everybody mama always say, if you can't say something good about somebody, you don't say nothing at all. Now, I understand, we all understand the position you're in. But sitting around waiting on Anthony Joshua again, or waiting on Deontay Wilder, is not serving you no type of purpose. Because Deontay Wilder, it's not that he don't want to fight you, as you said, quote unquote. Oh, Deontay Wilder don't want to fight me. You said it like he's scared to fight you. No, he don't want to fight you because there's no money in it. And he can pretty much whoop your ass easily. That's why. Don't say it like, oh, he don't want to fight me because he's scared to fight me. No, he's not. John Molina is just as big as your ass is. And he rocked his ass. Joshua rocked your ass. Only thing you have really going good for yourself is you do have great speaking voice. You talk a little proper mixed with a little ghetto, and that's about it. But don't be a shit starter. Don't be the hater. It's too many haters in the game as it is. It's too many people calling people out for the wrong reasons. I don't even know what Terrence Crawford and Danny Garcia have beef for anyway. Only thing about it is they're in the same weight division now, and that's it. Sure, Danny Garcia is stronger than Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford can move better than Danny Garcia. But it's not about them. It's about Dominic Breazeale. Get your shit together. Book another fight. Be active. Stay active. When that time comes, you'll get that call. You'll get that call from Suleiman when he say, hey, I'm ordering you tomorrow to fight Deontay Wilder. Alright, you'll get that shot. But right now, Deontay Wilder is not running from you. He's not scared of you. It's just there's no money in it. It's just that it's an easy fight. And people know it is. Being you is not going to give him any more status that he has already. All it is that, okay, he took down another mandatory. I mean, you're doing the same thing Danny Garcia is doing to Earl Spence. Oh, look at Earl Spence. He fought a bomb last time. Well, yeah, that bomb was ranked 100 or something, but he was undefeated. And he was his mandatory. So he had to fight him. Because he had to fight his mandatory. No matter what rank he is, what none of it is, but he's his mandatory. So therefore, he was ordered by the IBF to fight his mandatory. Bomb or no bomb. He had to do what he had to do. He went in there and did what he had to do and got him out of there quick so he could go home and eat. So, you, Dominic Breazeale, is nothing but food to Deontay Wilder. So please, the boxing community and the boxing world are asking you politely, shut the fuck up. Simple. Stay in the gym. Stay sharp. Maybe take a couple fights until your time comes. Then when that time comes, maybe we have a good fight. Maybe you'll surprise us. We're always looking for a good fight. Now, you know Ortiz. You know Anthony Joshua. So, what kind of angle you working with? I don't know. All I know is you're tall. And Deontay Wilder had chopped down many trees bigger than you. But that's all I got for him. But I'm going to tell you another thing. Anthony Joshua. The walls are closing in on the UK Superman. Or Underwear Man. I like Anthony Joshua. Sure, I crack jokes on his ass. Sure, I get pissed off when I go in on him because he knew about the shit when it went down, when he knew he wasn't going to fight Wilder. Because he heard it from who? His promoter, who owns his ass for the next 3 years, who has total control of his career. He probably tell him what type of drawers to wear to the weigh-in. He gave him total control of his career. So, when he fight Breazeale, will his mind mentally be there? Because I'm going to tell you, not only has Ortiz called Frog Countryman and Lennox Lewis and a few other UK countrymen has criticized him as being not the scary champ, but not take a risk champ, or scared to take a risk champ. Mike Tyson was quoted saying that when I was champ, I fought everybody. I didn't turn down nobody. You want to fight me? No problem. Set it up. He wasn't a paper champ, Mike Tyson. In his early days, Mike Tyson was pretty good. He had good head movement. He worked his jab very well. It's just when he started knocking out people, that's all he started doing then. Just going for the knockout. But Anthony Joshua has more problems than that right now. Pretty much the whole world knows what happened with the negotiations. The proof already been in the pudding. Everybody knows. I have read many comments from UK YouTube channels, especially Hatman Strikes Back. All the UK, because I know the UK people, because they say mate, rubbish. You know, those are key words of a Brit. And they ask the same questions I'm trying to get the so-called boxing media to ask. You know, hey, look, when are you going to fight Wilder? When are you going to get that contract right and not a one-sided contract? So Wilder can sign it and we can get this fight on. Wilder agreed. He will go to the UK. But he's not going to go to the UK and sit there and have a draw. And you turn around and say, okay, it's a draw, no rematch. Then he get a contract with nobody name on it but Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn's excuse is that Anthony Joshua's names don't have to be on it because we are as one. And I am his representative as his promoter. So therefore, my signature counts for his. Okay. But, here's a but in there. Anthony Joshua said he would come to the United States and sign in front of the media. But, I don't know. Did that happen? No. Because his damn signature wasn't on it. So all this shit is coming in and closing the walls on Matchroom / Anthony Joshua. So now, the next fight, he might get through it, he might not. It depends on how mature he is. Floyd was good at that. Floyd had problems like a motherfucker. I remember Floyd had a fight, but soon after the fight, he had to report to jail. That didn't bother him. He still won. And he did his thing. Reported to jail. Boom. Did a little few days or whatever. Couple weeks, whatever. And then came on out. Picked up where he left off at. You know, that's a different video, but they didn't have no pictures or nothing like that. I don't know how you got convicted, but that's Vegas for you. All right. So don't sit there, Americans too, and call out Lennox Lewis for calling out his own countryman for not stepping up and taking the big fight. Now, ain't nobody gonna tell me that they trying to marinate the fight so it can be even bigger. No, that's not what's happening here. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that what it is. Anthony Joshua is not ready to fight Deontay Wilder. That's the bottom line. Joshua trainer said that. So-called promoter Eddie Hearn also repeated that. And of course, old man Barry Hearn repeated that. He just is not ready to fight a Deontay Wilder. But he only fought bums, right? So sure, you can handle a guy that's only fought bums, right? So there you go. Deontay Wilder is looking like the A-side right now. And I gotta receive a comment when I stated in my last video that, or maybe the video before that the UK love boxing. They are a boxing country. Boxing is their number one sport. Well, I did some research and I commented to that person and I told him, no, boxing is number 2 in the UK. And sadly to say, they support their fighters over there. They support their boxers over there. They don't support boxing over here like they do over there. Why? Because we have LeBron James. We have all these good players, Kevin Durant, this and that. The NBA is topping everybody. The NFL, they got superstars. See, we have all these pro teams, and boxing is not even in the top 3 or 4. At least the UK can say, well, boxing's number 2. And you know what? I'm envious of that, because I really wish the Americans would support boxing like I do and like the UK does. But that's not going to happen right now. Something dramatic will happen. I guarantee it. And I hope I see it in my lifetime before I'm 51. And I hope I see it in my lifetime where boxing can be up there with the NBA and NFL. But Al Heyman had a great idea to bring the boxing fans back by showing it free on Fox. And we talking about not cable Fox. We talking about local station Fox. You know what that means? Free. You might have commercials, but it's free. You're not going to miss it, but it's free. We're not talking about B-level beginners, the zone, where you pay $9.99. Just say fucking $10. You're paying $10, then you try to make it sound so good. Oh, 80 cents a day. Give me a break. Then I hear another comment. Well, Eddie Hearn giving big level fighters and fighters a chance to showcase their skills, this and that. Well, that's what Showbox and Showtime and streaming's for. You move from a contender to you move from a prospect to a contender. But ain't no wish you coulda, woulda. If you got the goods, you got the talent, we would know in the Olympics. We would know once you turn pro. Trust me. I guarantee you a promoter would pick your ass up if you start off 10-0. And I'm talking about 10-0 in a dramatic fashion. I guarantee you that. That's no joke. So I just had this just pointed out the hating that's going on. The hating on AJ. Great fighter. Great fighter. I don't have anything against him as a fighter or as a man. Well, actually, somewhat as a man. Because a real man would have stood up and said, wait a minute, this is wrong, Eddie. This is wrong. We lying to these people over here. We pretending and getting their hopes up and getting their dreams up. And we know that we're not going to ever fight them. At least not soon. Like Anthony Joshua said, it could have been 2019 or 2020. Hell, I might not even be alive in 2020. I live in Chicago. Hello? The outskirts of Chicago. But still, I have to go in Chicago to take care of business and stuff. To go to church. So, all I'm asking for is a great fight. That's all we want to see. A good fight. Yes, sir. And as far as Dylan White calling out Deontay Wilder, there's nobody don't know who Dylan White is over here. The Wilder haters that's in America gonna say, oh, Deontay Wilder's gonna fight another bum. Because they don't know who Dylan White is. And they try to raise Anthony Joshua profile because America don't know who Anthony Joshua is. They call him Anthony Johnson. And he went on a talk show. How the hell can a man from the UK come over to our country and get on one of our talk shows when we got the longest reigning heavyweight right now that's American? How that happen? Well, I can tell you how that happened. Publicity. That's all. Somebody dropped the ball. That's all. Somebody dropped the ball. Now, I have to hand it to AJ and Mr. Hearn. They had a team that say, hey, look, we're going to raise your profile up. And that's what they tried to do, but it backfired on them too. People still don't know who the hell he is. But I tell you one thing, everybody know who Deontay Wilder is now. And you know what? Single-handedly, the LDBC. Hello. They decided to say, hey, look, champ. Sports 78 interviewed him a couple times. 78 Sports. Shout out to him. They raised that man profile single-handedly. Now everybody know who he is. After this fight go through with Tyson Fury, and if he wins, he be even more popular. I'm sorry to say, he's looking pretty much like the A-side. He's looking pretty good right now. Yes, he is. That's why Dominic Breazeale is hating so much and so bad, because Deontay Wilder is getting so much press. Every time he sneezes, somebody writing about it. Look at me, I'm talking about it now. I'm still talking about these damn negotiations that they've lied about. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody kind of stretched the truth, but they straight up fucking lied. That's why I said I respect Anthony Joshua as a fighter. I do. And I respect him as a man somewhat. 50% as a man, 50% as a coward. Can he correct that? Yes. By being fair in negotiations. Sure, you have more belts than Deontay Wilder, but you don't have the most important belt. And stop calling him the undisputed. You're not undisputed till you have all the belts. Like Terrence Crawford did in 140. He had all the belts. So he was considered what? The undisputed champ at 140. So Joshua's not the undisputed champ. He's just the heavyweight champ of the IBF and the WBO or whatever. And that's it. And Deontay Wilder is the heavyweight champ of the world by the WBC. He holds that belt. The prestigious WBC belt. The gold belt. Dylan White, he holds the WBC silver belt. Dominic Breazeale, he holds no damn belt. So, my advice to Dominic Breazeale is, sit your ass down, keep working out, keep your damn mouth closed, and do your talking in the ring. That's what advice I have for Dominic Breazeale. What advice I have for Anthony Joshua? Well, my advice to Anthony Joshua is, sometimes you have to correct your mistakes. You have to man up and say what happened, what we did wrong, what Eddie told me to do. But that might not happen now. Because he what? He owned your ass for the next 3 years. Simple as that. So, don't go around hating on Lewis, hating on Froch, hating on Ortiz, hating on 30% of the UK who call you a coward. I mean, do not hate on them. You know, hey, KC say, hey, keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. I'm keeping it real. And one more thing. To Dylan White. Dylan White, you want a payday. That's all you want. I understand you hold the silver. I understand you the number one. I still am confused of how Dominic Breazeale ended up being the ranked number 2, but he's the mandatory. when Dylan White is ranked number 1 and holds a silver belt. That just, it just confuses me. Because I always thought the mandatory is the number 1 contender. That's what I know boxing was. And he holds a silver belt. The silver, then the gold. The gold is the top. And we talking about the WBC. But hey, it is what it is. And you know what? More answers are soon to come. Trust me. More hate will soon be coming. I guarantee you that. KQKC guarantee you that. If it doesn't, I will admit I was wrong. But I guarantee you that nothing's going to change. They still going to hate on Anthony Joshua. Dominic Breazeale still going to hate on Wilder. No matter what he does, he's going to hate on him. No matter what interview or what microphone they put in his face, he's still going to call him unorthodox. And he's still going to talk about the Fury and Wilder fight being boring and it's going to be a snooze fest. It's a snooze fest when your ass get bruised up. Go look at his fights. His eyes look just like a raccoon. Very black. Very puffed up. But I could talk about this all day. I could talk about how wrong it is all day. I could talk about how they can make it right all day. But at the end of the day, everybody need to stand up and be men. I'm KQ, KC Boxing Channel. If you like where this new decorative channel is going, please subscribe to this channel. And you will get notified every time I upload a video. And it's very important you hit that like button on the way out. And besides that, that's all I got for you. And I will see you on the next one. PayQKC said peace and love.